Hey, Andrea here, and in this video I'm gonna share with you my 28 steps process for writing an article that ranks well on Google. You have been told you gotta make content, right? And yeah, if you want to have visitors coming to your website, of course you gotta have something for them to read. But not every type of content is gonna work. You have to write something that people really want to consume. They want to read something that delivers value and it is very useful for them. So how do you do that? I have a 28 steps process that I'm using constantly, and it delivers consistent results. So I'm gonna share this process right now with you. This is my website. I've been working on it for about 1 month now, and I have other videos that explain how I got to this point, how I got this idea, so I'm not gonna go into detail about this, but I will show you what is my plan. So these are the yellow ones I already wrote, and the white ones have to be written. And right now I'm going to write this article here, and I'm gonna show you how it is that I'm doing that. Okay, so every step of the way, all the steps are in this process here, and you see there are like 28, and the entire process is divided in sections, in like macro steps. And one is search, analysis, then dealing with images, writing the content, editing the content, publishing, indexing, or making sure that the article gets indexed, and then finally share it. So I will start right now doing this, writing the article, and you can watch me and hopefully you can learn something really useful. Alright, let's take it from the beginning. Search. Which is our primary keyword? So the first thing we want to do is to define what is that we are writing about. So we need a primary keyword. Secondary keyword is all those keywords or side topics that could go with it. And of course we want to catch as much traffic as possible, so it is really important to know which are the secondary keywords, even because Google kind of expects to find these topics. So we need to not to talk about them, but just to mention them. Then what is gonna be our title? This is very important, because the title in the search results snippets on the search result page is kind of the only things that people see. No, they see the title, the URL, and the meta description. So title is the thing that drives the visitors to click, and that's really important. So primary keyword. So in this case I'm working with key phrases. So actually this long thing here is my keyword. Okay, so this means that if I open another tab and I just Google this, I get some kind of result. So the first thing I see, and this is very bad for me, for kind of result I'm trying to achieve. The result I'm trying to achieve is to get traffic. And anytime you see that there is like a quick answer from Google in the search result page, that's bad, because people, the question is satisfied from Google directly. And you see, yeah, it's 57 meters, that's the height of the tower, but actually this is wrong. It's not exactly 57. So I want to give this answer because I know that I have a better answer than 57 meters. And so I'm gonna write this article anyway. As a rule of thumb, if you see that there is already a quick answer from Google on the topic you're writing, don't write the article, just switch and make another article, find another topic, because it is very likely that this article will not bring as much traffic as it could. You see, these guys here are writing that the height is 56.67, which is kind of more accurate than 57, but I have even a better explanation that I'm gonna now put down in the article. So this is like my private keyword. Now we want to see what is that Google expects to find as secondary keywords. So I'm gonna go down all the way down to the bottom of the page, and by the way, I'm displaying here 100 results because I want to just scroll and see what is on the SERP. So Google expects to find who built the Leaning Tower of Pisa. These are like searches related to. You see searches related to, and this is something you need to check. And why do you need to do that? Because these are topics which are kind of correlated to the search you are making. So Google expects to people to look for this, and if you cover these topics in your article, it is more likely that Google will rank it higher. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna just copy this entire thing. I'm gonna, I don't even know where to put it, but I'm gonna open wordcounter.net. Just select everything and paste this thing in here. I will kill the first. Here I can put on top my original keyword, and there it is. So basically now I kind of put together a set of information that will be a guideline for me to write the article. So how tall is the Leaning Tower of Pisa is my main topic. Who built the Leaning Tower of Pisa? And I have an article already about that, so I don't really want to cover it here. Why does the Leaning Tower of Pisa lean? Got an article about that. Can you go inside the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Okay, we can answer this. It is not really related to how tall is the Tower of Pisa, but we can just squeeze it in. The location, okay, where is located? Again, the same question. The tickets, we can mention tickets inside the Leaning Tower of Pisa inside, okay. And what city is the Leaning Tower of Pisa? So yeah, okay. So you see that like we can kind of use this these secondary keywords in our text. So I will keep it in mind while I'm writing. Now, so let's go back to our thing here and say this is done. So we have defined the primary keyword, and as I mark this, you see it goes on the bottom. By the way, this is a software I developed just to keep track of my things, and you can use it if you want. I can give you a username and you can log in and use it. It's free. So secondary keyword market is done. We have done it, and now we have to focus on the title. Now the title, we want to make a title. Usually we want to make a title that is catchy, and for that you use a keyword analyzer. In this case I'm not gonna do that because I want an exact match on the search query, and the search query is how tall is the Leaning Tower of Pisa, so I'm gonna use that. So we call it done. Now there is this thing. You see that as I mark this done, the number here decreases. Now we have 3 done and there are 25. Good. So you also know that these yellow things are actually progress bars. So as a mark things done, this just goes, it advanced, and now my completion on search is 33%. My completion on the entire process is 11%. So it's kind of really cool tool to keep track of your things. Now, search. Let's think search. So people come here and look for things, and why do I have my headphones on? I don't know. And the first thing to ask is what kind of post are they expecting to find, right? Because I'm gonna write something and I need to write something that Google will rank. And if I look at page 1, what is in page 1 already, Google is basically telling me, look, these are the things I think should be on page 1. So why would you want to write something different? You know, you gotta kind of stick with what Google is telling you. So we go and check in the results what is that is on page 1, and we are gonna open a few websites. So this is towerofpisa.org, and we have facts. Then towerofpisa.org, this is the home. Then we have Wikipedia, then we have 13 Straits facts, and then leaningtowerofpisa.net. Let's open a few more. Okay, I would stop here. Then we have video. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seven. Check it one by one. So this page, first of all, how long is the page? It is not very long, and this gives straight information. Original height is 60, actual height blah blah blah. There's some information about the weight, and so this is just straight answer. We have the how tall it is, it's here, and then we have general info on the tower. So first page is kind of generic information. All right, second page, Leaning Tower of Pisa, square meter. Okay, square meter course. We have stands 60 meters. Okay, this is totally wrong. You see, this kind of even wrong information here. It's not 10 degrees, it's 4. At the moment it's 4. So, and it was leaning at 5 degree. Come on, 10 degree would just come down. So this is longer page, but again, it's kind of mixed information. It's not very specific. But this is the website is doing better. So kind of benchmark, something you gotta keep in mind. So then we have the Wikipedia page. Wikipedia page is pretty long, yes, and there is a whole bunch of different information about the tower, and there is the height here. I think they covered the height somewhere else. Not sure, but anyway, this again mixed information. Gonna keep this page up, and then we have 13 straight facts, and this goes, I know this page, it just covers 13 different facts. Kind of long page, but it's not specifically about the height of the tower. It doesn't tell you how tall is the tower, like in the, maybe it mentions, yes, but it's not, you can't say that the article was built to answer this question. And here we have again mixed questions, and now just getting into my head that probably it's good to make the article focused on the specific query, but in the bottom I can add some more information. I haven't done this actually, it just popped into my mind that it could be a very good strategy. So focus on something and then add something else in the bottom. Yeah, this is cool. So I'm gonna write it in my memo here. Add stuff in the bottom. Alright, so this is also gonna kill. Walks of Italy, let's see, I don't know this website. And these are again snippets of topics, and it covers quite many, which are not specific to the height of the tower. Okay, the format, you see the format of the articles which are ranking first is always the same. Interesting facts, again different topics on one page, and here's just a list of things. Alright, so these are the things that are on page 1. Now, what I'm trying to do is to make an article which is specific to this query, hoping that Google will pick it and rank it on top of all the others. Does it work? Well, the question is, I don't know. The answer is, I don't know. Now I'm considering, do I want to stick with this strategy or not? Maybe, since I already have done 9 pages with this strategy, I should really move a bit and use this kind of thing. Yeah, that could be a good way to do it. So, but I will leave this open, and I will go and write something first, start to write, and then I will consider how I play this card. Now let's see what is the next point. So type of post we have covered, and the type of post is again not too long, mixed information. Done. So what is the search intent? The search intent is something which is very important. Google mission statement is to satisfy the search intent. Okay, so it means they want to deliver good information, that you don't have to do the search like twice, because they satisfy the search at the first try. So if you look at these articles, you see that the search intent of people is in general to find a broad range of information, not just about the height of the tower. So this is something important, which reinforces the concept that there must be more than the height of the tower on the page. Start to see it now, and I probably this is the key, how to make the other pages I have rank better, like adding these snippets in the bottom of the page. Yeah, with other articles. I mean, so I have other articles. Yeah, I should mention them. Geez, why I didn't think of that before. Yep. So what I'm gonna do then is we know the search intent, so kind of broad spectrum information. Gonna write this. Search intent is broad information, and so length, how long are these articles? And again, this, since they all cover different information, the length is very different. I think one of these were the longest, so let's go and check how long they were. I will duplicate the word counter here. I don't want to lose what I'm writing right now. So the Wikipedia article is here. That's pretty long, I think. And gonna there's 2,000 words. I wouldn't take Wikipedia as reference though. So this is probably a short one. $585, so 600 would work. Let's take this. Don't have to be very precise in measuring these kind of things, just kind of rough estimate will work. 525. Uh, 1,300, so this is a long one. Yeah. So if I want really to nail it, I should make a long article, 1,500 words, end of the story. But if I do something in the range of 700, I'm already doing better than others. I want to check what was the very first. Very first is this one here, and this is not long at all. It's 500. So again, if I make an article which is like 750, it has very good possibility of ranking high. So I'm gonna kill this again, and now length we have discussed. I say we're gonna aim for 750 words. Mark is done. Now topics. Topics, we have seen that in this particular case it's kind of broad, so they're talking about different things, and I will not go into details on this. Usually you want to read these articles and figure out what they're talking about, okay, and also what language they're using. Is there a specific language to the topic you are addressing, and if so, you want to use that language in your article. Now I know that this is very like generic information on topic. There is no specific language I'm gonna write as the hell I feel like. One thing, so we'll mark these two done. Mark is done. So one thing, now we came to answer the public. So the public is a very nice tool which I open in here and show you, where you can write down whichever keyword you want. Leaning Tower of Pisa, I already have it here, and you get questions. You get basically the tool. What the tool does, it aggregates the suggestions, the Google suggestions, those that you, when you type in the Google input box, search box, and it makes this kind of nice graphic representation with all the questions that people have been asking about your query, about your keyword. So where the Leaning Tower of Pisa is located, where is near Rome, it's not near Rome, where is Leaning Tower of Pisa fact, so whatever, which city you, and you have it divided by topic here. So it's very nice tool. So now I already searched for how tall is the Leaning Tower, and I got this. Okay, so this, the query here is how tall is the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's exactly what I'm writing about, and I had a look already, and one curious thing I found is that people are asking things like in feet, in meters, and somebody, I think in the bottom here, was also asking in yards. So what I want to do here, I want to write feet, meters, and at this point I have the cornerstone of this article. It will be the height of the tower in arms, which is not used anymore, but that's how the tower was built. And this information I have, I found this in Italian, and now I'm translating it to English. In English it seems not to be very available information. You know, nobody found just one website which is addressing this particular topic. But the thing is that the original height of the Leaning Tower of Pisa should have been, and it is actually from the foundation, 100 arms. And that's the correct answer to how tall is the Leaning Tower. The Leaning Tower is 100 arms, and this measure was used in the year 1000 in Pisa. It was like, there wasn't meters, there was arms, and that's how they built the tower. And just it's coincidence that the tower is 56 whatever 8 meters. So that's kind of curious fact that I want to address in this article. Makes it more interesting and makes it very informational, because this information is not delivered by any other website. So you want to build on these opportunities, and this is what I'm going to do right now. So you have a look at this answer the public tool and you try to find other inputs for your article, okay, ideas. Now I'm going to go here and I'm gonna mark it as done. So basically now this is 100%. We have finished the search thing, everything is done, and we move on to the next. Next is analysis. Now analyze existing articles and the topics to cover in the article. Now this we have partially done while we were like browsing through the articles. Usually it takes more time because you find information that you didn't know, you find things that you didn't consider, so you want really to go deep into those articles. Take like 5 maybe, it's a good number, and try to understand which topics you need to cover. Okay, what you can do, you can use these articles as ideas, yes, but you can expand on those articles. So what you can do here, you can come with topic 1, topic 2, and so on, and you can start to make a list of topics, and this actually will be the paragraphs in your article. It will be the structure of your article. The more topics you put there, the longer the article is going to be. So if I want to write 750 words, if I manage to put together 5 topics, that's gonna be let's see, just I'm stupid, so I'm gonna 750 divide 5. There's going to be 150 words for each section, or each paragraph. So that's pretty easy thing to do. It's not a headache if you have a roadmap. If you have to write 750 words about something just like this, it's not that easy. It takes time, and maybe you're gonna get demotivated on the way. So I kind of don't want to analyze this now because I have pretty good idea of what I'm going to write. So topics, this is something, yes, I should think a little bit about that. And distribution is the next thing. Okay, let's see it right now. So we have to think of how we are going to share our article. If we have opportunities for distribution, which means like we can connect people to the work we are doing, it's more likely that they will share it. So the question is always, can you find an article which was written by a person, and can you find this person on Twitter? You see, Twitter. And can you find a link, like a semantic, a reason for linking that article, which is existing already, with your article? So maybe they are saying something and you can build on what they're saying. And later, if you have their Twitter, you can just tweet them, hey, I read your article, great, I wrote this, check it out. And kind of let them know that you know about their article, and you have done something that links to it somehow. And it might be that since their name is in your article and you have to put it there, they will share it, right? And if they have a big audience, you have a chance for getting in front of many people. So this is how you build an opportunity for distribution. Now, in these articles we have seen, I haven't noticed I haven't noticed, let me check those. These are all generic blogs, like generic pages, and there is no person which is linked directly in first person to these blogs. Let's see, do we have the name of the author here? Nope. No, there is no name. There is no name here. there is no name here. So you see, you can't always do it. Okay, here there is a name. So we are going to search on Google for this guy. Professional profile of this person. I don't know if it's the person I'm looking for. Here there is Twitter. Let's check it out. East Coast editor. So yes, it writes. So perhaps it's the right guy. East Coast. Yeah, this is the guy. So I have a Twitter handle and I have a person. That's really cool. Now the next step for me is to find out how do I link this article to the work I'm doing right now. So this article was written 1.5 years ago. I'm looking for where is the information about the height. I'm gonna take this with me because it's taking too much time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this link. I'm gonna put it like here. I'm gonna put it, I'm gonna take the name. So I will need to link this article and I'm gonna take the Twitter handle here. All right. Okay. And later, when I write the article, I will not show you the whole writing process, but I will just cut, pause, and then I resume, and I will find a way how to put this into my article. So now we have done this. Yep, we have done. We have done this. Mark is done, and we have done this. So distribution is done. Topics. Now topics is something that I'm not quite ready to write down. It takes a little bit of time. I have to think, so I'll do it by myself. And I come back to you. Images. Now we have to find images. This is wrong. This has to be first. So we have to find images first, and then we have to adjust them. 100 braccia pisane. So this is 100 arms or length or Pisa, you know, at the time, and I should be able to find this. This is what I'm looking for. So I have it. I will edit this later. I think I'm not gonna put many other images. I need to find something for the height. Something which shows the I should have it already. Let me, but I can, yeah, something like this. No, this is now very bad picture. Just we are talking about height, so we need to show somehow. Sorry, I'm doing in Italian. Torre di Pisa altezza is like height of the Tower of Pisa, and yeah, we have this this thing which is quite nice. Alright, so now this we have, and then I need an image for the header, so I will have 3 images in total. And so this I'm gonna go with the Leaning Tower from top. Tower, what about tourist? Something with perspective. And again, level 4 used, yes. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so finding image, mark as done. adjusting images, I will do it on my own. So now you see we are 50% of the things we have to do. We have done 40, we have completed 14 tasks out of 28. Now writing, expand on topics. So next thing I have to do, I have to list the topics I'm gonna write about, and then I have to expand on those. I will list the topics right now. Will take me some time for thinking, and I will pause the video and I will resume after I'm done with that. Okay? Alright, it took me really much longer than I wanted to, something like 4 hours, and now the article is written. It is now we'll check how many words. It's around 700, I think, so I'm gonna copy everything. It's not published yet. I published for registered users, so basically only I can see it. Google doesn't see it, like visitors on my site don't see it. Now I'm gonna go here again, let me duplicate this tab, and I paste. So 782 words. Yay, we said 750, so I totally nailed this. Now I shouldn't have mistakes like typos or grammar, should be okay. Now what I'm gonna do here, let's go back to our task list. Adjusting images, I've done it, mark as done. Topics at this point, it doesn't matter anymore, so mark as done. We can close this. Writing, yes, I've done that. And so now we are 61% to the editing point. So this is very important, because if you want the article to flow like smoothly, and this is like traditional editing you have to do. So just let it rest for a bit, come to it next day, and make a good edit in the classical sense. Good editorial work. It's not about what you draft, it's about what you remove when you edit. Okay, do that. But from an SEO point of view, what we want to check are really the keywords and the word count inside the word. Okay, word count comes first. We just did that. This is count wrong. Boom, fixed. So word count we saw. Now we have to check on the keywords. Because remember, Google has to make sense of the article. I'm not talking about keyword density. This is very, very old school SEO. You don't want to go into that. But anyway, some keyword has to stand out. And if it does, for Google, it's much easier to understand what your article is about. So now we go in here, and you see on the right of wordcounter.net, you have this panel, and inside you can read the keywords you have in the article. So this is like a couple of words. You can display it for like by one word. So I've tower 26 times, meters 15 times, height 13 times, and so on. These are couples, words that appear in couples. And so leaning tower, tower Pisa, height tower, which is totally okay, and arms tall. So these are kind of standing out. Again, I don't look at all this percentage. If you search on the internet SEO and keyword density, you find a bunch of numbers, so don't even look at that. The point is, when you read the article, it shouldn't sound like forced. It should sound really natural, and if it does, then it doesn't matter what number you have there. But you do want some keyword to appear more times than others. So let's check the by tree. What does it look like? Leaning tower of Pisa. So this of course is the one is what I'm talking about. Then tower Pisa height. Okay, this is super because it's actually the topic of the article. And then we have arms, big deal. I'm saying that twice. So I decided that I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm pretty happy with it. So let's go through the article once more, just scrolling down, making sure that everything is formatted properly and it makes sense. The tweets here are working, yes. These tweets are really cool. I really like them. And so let's move on now to the next steps. Let's say that keywords is done, mark is done. I can always come back to this article after I check how it ranks, okay, and improve it. But now you gotta take action. You can't sit on it forever, spend already too much time on it. So now URL publishing. The URL is very important because it's a ranking factor. I already decided the URL for this. It will be like as short as possible, but still it has to give the sense of what the article is about. So how tall in Tower Pisa, that's it. So use short URLs, but they have to, the user must get the point while reading the URL. So done. We are now at 70% of 71%. Meta description. Oh, this I was almost forgetting the meta description. So let me bring this window here. This is my editing window. What are we going to put in the meta description? So meta description doesn't, it's not a ranking factor, but people click on the article because they read the meta description, so that's very important. So we gotta put something that here. I like this. The full 8 of the tower. I'm gonna check that the length of this is not over, yeah, it's 122. It should be less than 155, otherwise it doesn't fit in the snippet. Publishing, gonna put here. Okay, and created date I can put today, and November the 3rd, today. Okay, then I think I can save again. Let's go back here. So meta description is done, and now we have to check how it displays on Twitter and Facebook. Now actually, before I do that, I have to publish, because Twitter and Facebook cannot see my article if the article is not published. So why this is important? Because we want to make sure that the article comes with a picture and with the meta description. If it doesn't, we have to fix it before people start to share it, because an article without the picture, it's not gonna get shared much. So this is extremely important. Now I'm gonna publish the article. So I'm gonna come here, content, I'm gonna put it as public and save. Alright, so I refresh this. Now Facebook is able to see this. I'm gonna copy the URL. I'm gonna go to open debug, no, open graph debugger, and this is Facebook thing. So take the first and you paste the URL in here, and you see what Facebook can see. Boom, scrape again, and you see I have a problem. Could not be downloaded because you exceed the maximum. Whoa. Scrape again. Alright, now I get it. So we got a glitch in Facebook. So this is what I'm gonna get when I share it on Facebook, and I'm happy with it. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same with Twitter. This is Twitter card validator, and here it is. Gonna put the URL preview card, and there you go. So it works both on Facebook and Twitter. So now what I'm going to do next, it's published, so it's live, people can see it. We can mark this done. So published, we have published. Twitter works, Facebook works. Just a couple of things left to do. We are going to first share it, search for it is the last thing we're gonna do. First we're gonna share it with Google Plus, and the reason we're gonna share it with Google Plus is that Google, if you share something on Google Plus, it gets indexed almost immediately. So now I'm gonna log in on my Gmail account. I'm on the other window up there. Just need one moment to take up my Google Plus account. Okay, here it is. So Google Plus, I'm gonna go here, just share it. I don't need to make it pretty, just I do it for the sake of indexing. So post. All right, then I'm gonna go here, I'm on the other screen. I'm gonna log in into my Search Console account, and I'm gonna do the next step, Search Console. And basically what I will do, and boom, this is the URL. Mobile, this is important because now we have mobile first index, so it has to be good mobile. Fetch and render. We wait a little bit, this thing is processing, and then we ask Google to index this URL and all its links. Alright, here it is. I'm not a robot. Crawl this URL and its direct links. Boom, done. So Search Console is done. This we don't need anymore. All of this we don't need anymore, and we can mark this as done. Now the last thing we have to do is to search for it, and again this can take a while. It doesn't get indexed like in the very moment that you do it. If your website has a very low authority, chances are it will take even days. But so my authority here is 1. Now you can't see it, but I know that. So site Leaning Tower, that's how you do it. You write site colon name of the website, and now I'm gonna check if this thing appears there already or not. How tall is the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Look at that, it's indexed already. So now basically I can already search for it and see how I rank. How awesome is that? So let's mark this as done. Mark this as done. So now basically we finished. So we almost made it after like 4 hours, and now it's time to share it. I'm gonna head to Facebook first. So I'm lost. Gonna get the URL again. Gonna go to Facebook, put it here on the page, and did you know the tower is exactly 100 arms tall? here. Okay, I like that, so now I just publish it. Now I want to, you remember this guy Michael Arbeiter, whatever it is. So I take his Twitter here, I go on Twitter and I write another straight fact about the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And then I will just put his handle here, and I need to shorten this thing, so I will Google URL shortener, and I'll take this shorten URL. Nobody likes to click on very long links, so I'm not gonna ask people to do that. Alright, check it out here, and then I put a little arrow. Okay, another straight fact about the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and also the hashtag was Leaning Tower of Pisa, let's put it like that. So another straight fact about the Leaning Tower of Pisa, check it out here, and a tweet. I hope that this guy will just get the bait and share my article, because his name isn't there. Okay, so tweet, didn't go as expected, so I'm gonna, oh, it is, there is, let me refresh. Yes, there is, it works. So we're done. We have finished the thing. Oh, so it took now I'll check how long, but I think 4 or 5 hours to do this thing. If it came right, it's gonna rank quite high and it's gonna bring traffic, so it's worth to spend this time to make the content. Don't expect that it will just rank very well tomorrow, because it might need some time to pick up. Plus, as other articles on your website rank better, also this one can be pushed from them. Remember, there are like links inside, and the authority of your website tends to spread through those links. So internal linking is really important, and with time things tend to get better. So the point of this very long video was to teach you my process, the 28 steps I take for making a very good article, and you see that it does take time. And when people ask me how much do you want to make an article, well, I ask a lot of money. Okay, so I really look forward to get comments on this, so write me in the comment section on YouTube and ask questions. I really I look forward to reply and to do more if I can to teach you how to make good SEO copyrighted content. Okay, so that's all for this one. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, and put a like on this video. It took really a lot of effort to make it. It's so confusing to write and make a video at the same time. It's but still, I'm happy I did it. I think it was worth the effort. Okay, I'm very tired now. I'm gonna get a coffee, and I'll see you at the next one. Ciao.